In 2018, I worked at a desk in my bedroom. In January of 2020, I moved into a new space. I made sound panels, built my standing desk, and gradually grew into my office. And then I outgrew it. I'm one of those people who gets the itch to move their furniture around every 6 months, so the fact that I'd been in my little office for 3 years without having a major move around was a miracle. I spent the majority of my day in my office, which is the box room, and as I had a larger bedroom, it felt a little wasteful to have so much more space go unused, since all I do in there is sleep. So I decided to switch them around. Moving from a smaller room to a larger room should be easy, but if the larger room also needs to fit into the smaller room, well, I had to expand into the hallway. I'm a hoarder. I keep so many things on the off chance I might need them at some point. Envelopes, packaging, old boxes for tech things that I'd probably never sell, but I keep just in case. I've always found it difficult to switch off from work, which makes having a separate space to animate important to me. Out of sight is out of mind, and with a more spacious room, as my friends would say, there's more room for activities. I could use a second desk for painting or filming without having to rearrange my regular setup. There's more room for my lights and cameras without worrying about knocking them over, and I'll hopefully be more motivated to paint and sketch if I don't have to clear a ton of stuff away first. You often don't realise how much stuff you have until it's time to move. Luckily, I had Arnold to supervise. He loved getting involved with the whole process and took to inspecting everything as it was moved around. When the small room was finally clear and the larger room full to the brim with everything, I decided I was going to paint it white. Brilliant white, which my sister laughed and told me after I'd ordered the paint it was usually only used on the ceilings. I'd only ever helped other people decorate and never been in charge of doing something like this myself, which felt weird, like I should have been supervised. Who let me have a credit card to buy paint and make decisions like this? Regret set in later that night when my arms, back and wrists started to ache from the hours of painting, and everyone had a good laugh when I took some ibuprofen and went to bed early. The next morning, feeling a little better and a little less sore, I went to check on how the first coat had dried. I could see why people don't often use brilliant white for the walls, as it felt like my eyes had been blasted by the sun, and they now had the power to evaporate any thought of seasonal depression. But I wasn't going to give up. The room got another 2 coats of brilliant white across a couple of days, and then it was time to disassemble my standing desk, hoover, and move in my mattress to double check I wasn't making a huge mistake and would feel claustrophobic in the smaller room. It was nice actually, and I felt really relaxed with minimal stuff around me. Because the double bed takes up 80% of the room, I would have to be very intentional with what I chose to add. Luckily, I had help to take apart and then assemble the bed frame in the box room, and with that being the largest piece of furniture gone, it was time to finally unbox the new standing desk from FlexiSpot, which my family were very pleased to have off the landing and in my room. The one I'm putting together is the E7 Pro with a white frame and bamboo desktop of 160 by 80 centimeters, which is very large, but there are other sizes if you want something different. I've been using a standing desk for years now, and honestly, I couldn't go back. You can sit, stand, and even lower it enough to use as a footstool when playing games or working for a long time. Which isn't what it's for, but it's nice to have a versatile desk. It can also hold quite a lot of weight and still go up and down. If I'd had to paint the ceiling in the other room, I would have used this for a boost, since it can hold up to 160 kilograms and has a max height of 129 centimeters. The cable management is also really good. It comes with extra trays to keep things tidy and Velcro ties to wrap up any loose ends. There's a USB port in the control panel as well if I want to plug anything in and charge my phone. FlexiSpot are currently running a Black Friday sale from the 13th to the 23rd of November on their website with discounts of up to 50% off. So if you've ever thought of getting a standing desk, you can find out more and pre-order the E7 Pro through the link in the description. Now from here, the room started to finally take shape and feel a little less messy and much cozier when I started adding my art books to the Kallax unit. I think the best way to find a layout that works for you is to work in it. Going through your routine and figuring out what you reach for will help you organise the space to see what works and what doesn't. Which is why I'm not calling this done. I'm not sure where I want my sound panels to be, which means I can't put my prints up yet. But so far I'm feeling good about the space and looking forward to working and streaming in here. So for now, this is what it looks like. If you've got any suggestions, leave them down in the comments and I'll be back with another video real soon. Bye!